Since coming to USDA, I've had the opportunity to visit with thousands of employees. And everywhere I go, I'm impressed by their commitment to making the department a high-performing organization that is open and responsive, more inclusive and effective. To further help work towards that goal, I've launched a cultural transformation at USDA. This process is helping our employees and the department become a better workplace and service provider and preparing us to meet future challenges. I want you to know that I'm deeply committed to this process. And as you'll hear from the USDA employees in this video, our work towards cultural transformation has the potential to make all the difference in our work to serve the American people.
Hello, my name is Alma Hobbs, Associate Assistant Secretary for Administration and the Chair of the Cultural Transformation Initiative. I want to thank you for stopping by, and as you will see, we are creating a 21st century USDA through the Cultural Transformation Initiative. Simply put, cultural transformation is the process of creating a workplace where all employees and customers are treated with dignity, respect, and provided the opportunity for success. Yes, we are enhancing our performances, programs, and services for employees and customers by focusing on solutions for the 21st century, including diversity, inclusion, and accessibility. The content of this video will address 5 key components that are driving the cultural transformation process. They include leadership, talent management, employee development, recruitment and retention, and customer focus and community outreach. Now, we'd like to have you hear from some USDA employees about their experiences with cultural transformation.
The way the Secretary presents it is it's not just diversity, it's not just training, it's not just looking at new employees coming on board, it's not just looking at student interns. We're actually trying to implement an entire cultural change.
The Secretary has shown so much passion around this subject of cultural transformation, and that he is really sincere, and it's felt across the agency.
You know, the federal workforce is a large and sometimes monolithic creature, and to the degree that we can take the cultural transformation initiative that the Secretary and others at the Department have talked about and really engage our folks at the ground level is critically important for our future.
As soon as I went to the first listening session with Secretary Vilsack, it inspired me to reach out in my community and start working more and take on a leadership role.
I can say this, over the last 2 years, I have seen more positive change and transformation of USDA than I did in my previous 9 years together.
First, we have senior leadership very committed to taking USDA in a new direction, and that's been very positive.
It demonstrates that leadership is being responsive and is being inquisitive about the needs of their employees, and I think that that's going to help make a stronger USDA.
I've been with Rural Development, formerly Farmers Home Administration, for 23 years. I have never had the Secretary of Agriculture come to any location out in the field and speak to the employees. I hope the Secretary knows how the employees valued that.
So employees have looked for ways to not only increase our efficiency in the work that we do, but to create an environment that allows all of us to feel as though we have a contribution, whether it is to our work as well as to the overall cultural change in our organization.
I myself am going through a leadership program, and it has really helped me become self-aware of myself and how I interact and communicate with other individuals.
We live in a very diverse country and world, and if we're going to innovate, if we're going to be competitive, if we're going to stay sharp in this global competition, if we're going to win the future, as the President says, we need to be at the best of our game.
My agency is helping me with talent management by affording me opportunities to detail to different sections and branches of our agency.
Diversity and inclusion is a passion of mine. So when I heard about the Transformation Initiative, I was really excited about it, and I can see where it can really drive the USDA into promoting a family.
I am excited about the cultural transformation, dealing with people, process, and policies to make the necessary changes for the future, not only for the department, but also for America and the people we serve, the American farmers and ranchers.
There's an excitement and enthusiasm about cultural transformation because it brings to our organization more of a one-on-one, like we want to be a family, a team, not just employees.
As part of the different areas under the cultural transformation process, we'll be able to show respect and dignity not just to the employees and customers, but also at the same time give opportunities to the employees.
Being able to get training opportunities, issues of diversity, and what that means to the agency, to hear that for the very first time, and it wasn't being espoused by somebody who's carrying the water, so to speak, for the secretary, but people who have a true interest in jumping on board and making it happen. At that point, I knew we had arrived as an agency.
We're going to start thinking about how we can empower our employees. I think that's amazing.
Within my agency, Rural Development, I believe it has been a smooth transition. We have begun to see the results of training opportunities and employees being excited about the opportunities for upward mobility and promotions.
I think it's important for each USDA employee to practice cultural transformation because that's how cultural transformation as an initiative can take root.
When I think of cultural transformation, I'm thinking about the energy that people have and the energy that people give to the organization, and that comes from the heart and that comes from the individuals.
I do like how it is going to focus on employee development and training, how we're going to create a team that is focused on its purpose, that everybody is integral to meeting the mission.
I find it something exciting, something that I know that employees will be excited about, something that I know that we can use in the state office in the field to help a lot of our employees to become successful.
I think that the employees will benefit because there will be equal opportunity for promotion. I think that the morale of the employees will be higher and the turnover rate will be less. And I think that because the employees are happy, they will be more equipped to serve the customers.
I think that the initiative gives us the focus so that we are proactively recruiting and engaging in creating programs that are inclusive, they're welcoming, and they're also integrating all the cultural differences and community differences in such a large urban area.
I think cultural transformation will be good, especially at my age. A lot of the workforce will be retiring soon, and they're going to be looking for people like myself, and the whole cultural transformation phase will be great because people in my age group, we'll be able to bring things to the table that's maybe a little bit different.
To make sure that as we recruit and as we bring people on board to our agency, that the hiring officials have already had an opportunity to assess all their options in terms of hiring. Have they looked at the disability options and the veterans and other means of diversity so that we get the best qualified people into our agency, as well as ensure that our agency mirrors our country.
The flexibility that it allows to recruit the top-notch people to do the job while allowing them to have a flexible work schedule, flexible benefits, and it's not a strict 9-to-5 job or 9-to-5 reporting in the office.
Once an employee feels valued and involved, that helps them better be able to do their job and helps management focus on what's important.
We do have an active campaign where we are working with the Office of Communications so we can communicate what opportunities are available within USDA.
Under cultural transformation, we are trying to make things better for our customers and for our employees, and I am very happy that the Secretary has laid this vision for us, and I'm very proud to be part of this initiative.
Everybody is going to become more aware of USDA. Our employees are going to become more aware of what's available. Our customers are going to become more aware of what's available, and as we do this, we're going to be able to reach new groups, new people that we traditionally do not have come in to visit our office.
And we're such a large department, and we do we have diverse programs, and that's what's so exciting. So when I get to go to a community and I get to share all the things that rural development has to offer, they'll say, I didn't know USDA could do that.
Decisions that impact our employees and our customers, that we give them a voice, that we not only treat them with dignity of respect just for the common courtesies of how are you today, but that we in fact listen, that we look them in the eye, and that we're open to their suggestions.
Me being a newly employee gives me the opportunity, and as well as to being on the other side of the table, being a farmer, now coming to the agency to serve farmers. I like just giving the opportunity to be a part of this and to see how not only it can help me working with my fellow employees, but also serving the farmer.
I think cultural transformation will guide our agency in the next 2 years, maybe on new policies and procedures that will help employees perform better and do a better job working with our customers.
I believe that cultural transformation can become a philosophical transformation where people embrace customer service. That's one of my passions. I'm very passionate about customer service. And part of that, as my customers are internal and external, is helping the employees do their job more efficiently and effectively.
I serve the people in my position, and I love being a part of the team. I love being a part of the process. And what I do is I ensure, and I work with every employee, and I listen. I ensure they have the resources to help them do what they want to do, and that is to help our customers, to help them meet their needs and address their resource concerns. I love what I do.
Cultural transformation for my staff and for all the people that I work with has been the right thing to do, if I may say that. So thank you.
Thank you for joining us in the Cultural Transformation video, and we hope that together we can create a 21st century USDA.